It's Kristin McIntosh, and you're listening to Let's Just Talk. In this episode, I am going to take it straight from the heart. There's no guests today. There's no script. It's just me and you. Because I know someone listening right now is tired. You've probably just auditioned for the umpteenth time this month, or you're waiting because you're pinned, or you haven't heard anything. But you are continuing to smile through the nose. And now you're wondering, is this dream even for me anymore? Or you're probably wondering, oh my God, what am I doing? Am I making progress? What's happening? Am I going to be able to sustain possibly if I continue one more month on this creative journey? I don't know where you are, but I'm just hoping to meet you exactly where you are right now. So if this podcast is going to resonate with you today, listen, I've been there and I'm still here. Slightly a bit better than I was last year because I'm making improvements, obviously. But I'm not exactly where I want my acting career to be. Let's just talk about that. The performer who keeps showing up when it feels like no one is watching is usually the ones that make it in the end. This may sound familiar because it's what consistency literally is. Just keep showing up. Even if you're not seeing the results, even if you're not seeing any movement, just keep showing up. And then also reevaluate some of the things that you're doing and make sure that you're taking the appropriate steps to advance your acting career. Let me tell you about a moment that nearly broke me, which is okay because it's normal. It's common in this industry or any industry that requires you to take a leap of faith. I have an audition that I felt did not go well. In said audition, I was given materials prior to get ready for and just help myself memorize the lines, get off paper. And I realized that, I'm too prepared for this. Now, mind you, I get into the audition. This is an in-person audition. And prior to COVID, obviously, I realized that they're handing out a brand new script. This isn't a small audition. The production is still going on, so I don't want to speak too much on exactly what the script was about or the specifics behind the production. I will tell you this. The script was about 10 pages long. I don't even know if this is even common, and it's certainly the first time that it's ever happened for me. Got into the audition, script changed. Graded cold reading. However, this part, the minute I got that new script, and realized that, oh gosh, like I can be called back any moment. And I am someone that has to prepare. Even if I'm not off script, I need to be able to be familiar with the verbiage on the paper just to get myself familiar with the language. Next steps, emotions, anything that's happening with my character, I need to be aware of. In that moment, I felt like I forgot how to read. That's how nervous I was. My nerves got me. I went to the bathroom and I immediately called my agent at the time. Hey, were you able to get a hold of casting prior to? There was a script change and, I'm just now finding out about it. She's like, no, but this kind of stuff happens regularly. Okay. Regularly, but not for me because this is the first time for me that this is happening. I got in there and I have never read so fast in my life. I read through it and I said, if I'm not familiar with the script, at least I would be familiar with who and what my character is still about. Obviously, I knew the breakdown prior to, but I needed to see what changes have been made to the script that I was provided. Okay, I read through the whole 10 pages, and immediately after I left the bathroom, I was called into the room. Got into the room. There are cast members from LA sitting on the table, along with the director, the casting director, as well as just, I think, a couple other industry execs. Not sure what their title was. I really could have fainted. I could have fainted. I didn't, but I wish I did. And I was so nervous. I just started to forget what I read. I got into actor mode, getting ready to deliver, and I get my lines. Even though I was not completely off script, I at least knew the context of the first paragraph. And that kind of left my mind in that moment. I did the unthinkable. I improv'd and feel like I blacked out while I was delivering, but I improv'd to the best of my ability based on the previous script that had been changed. And the director stopped me and was like, "Did you get the new script?" I got through the script. And in that moment, I think my voice cracked and everything. And the other young lady that was sitting next to him was like, just give us what you got. I guess she kind of figured out that I probably was not off paper and forgot, or just did not get the lines down back in time. This would have been a perfect moment for me to be abducted by aliens, by the way. I started my way through that audition and I just knew that I wasn't gonna get it because I didn't even give them enough for them to even evaluate me on. Like I was just so nervous. I just felt like, okay, this is the kind of stuff that they teach you about in acting classes or acting school, which is to always be prepared. But I couldn't help it because in this situation, although it was not my fault, I kind of could have done a better job at just getting through the first two or three paragraphs to at least show that I had some type of memorization of the line. During this time, I think this had been the first big audition I had gotten for the year. So, leaving that audition, I was pretty beat about it. I just beat myself up about the fact that I didn't memorize all the lines. I beat myself up about the fact that I wasn't given the script early enough for me to memorize the new lines. Oh man, it was bad. It was bad. And usually I don't allow myself to get that deep in my head when it comes to a role because as they suggest, do the audition, drop it and go about your business. If it's for you, it's going to be for you. If it's not, something better's coming. I didn't allow that to happen. I took that rejection that I gave myself to heart for at least a week or two because I really wanted the role. The previous script that I had, I bombed it. I felt like this character was something that I could portray really well. And it just didn't happen that way. After that, I think I didn't get a really good audition with great substance for another 5 months. Can you imagine what those 5 months were in between getting my next audition, which is not usual because for me, I usually get about maybe 2 to 3 auditions a week. So it's uncommon for me to not get an audition. And I'm very grateful for that because I do understand that there are some people that probably get one audition a month or none at all. So I am grateful for the opportunity, but man, oh man, was this a learning lesson. And then also an opportunity for me to understand that rejection happens. It doesn't matter how prepared you are. You're not going to always be the perfect fit for a role. You're not going to always be what they see that character as. It's just not for you. That's it. Accept that, drop the script, and move forward. But during times when there are things that you have criticized yourself for, like just, I don't know, dropping the script too soon and not memorizing the lines, just messing up on a line, I just think that you have to go a little bit easier on yourself and understand that rejection is sometimes meant for your redirection. And I'm not talking to those that want to give up on acting. I'm talking about the ones that are looking for any opportunity to act and to remain in this industry. If that redirection happened for you, like it did for me, allow yourself some grace and redirect your thoughts and energy into something more positive. Pick the script back up again if you want to and just memorize it to the point where you can say, if I ever get a role similar to this again, I at least would be familiar with this body of work that I memorized, or just use it to play around with it, play with the script. You should always be reading new material anyway. Use that script to self-improve, and perhaps the next opportunity that comes your way, it may be similar or better. Anywho, I said all that to say that in this episode, I want to talk about rejection and the in-between, which is something that a lot of entertainers, actors, artists face, is rejection and that weight. in between that next opportunity that you're not even sure is coming your way or when it's going to come your way. It's not just rejection, it's the silence. The silence is the deadly killer, but you can't let that get to you. It's hard to see others make it, and you're wondering if you missed your moment. It's holding this dream with both hands while life tells you to let it go. I don't think you should let it go. I think you should hold on to it even tighter. Because if it's something that you feel really passionate about, why stop? Why stop? You were given the dream, you were given the motive, you were given the talent for a reason. Just because outside forces are allowing you to feel real human feelings, it does not mean that this is your sign to stop. Rejection is normal. Rejection is common. And I believe that you're not doing anything right if you don't face rejection. I feel rejection should actually empower and motivate you to do even better. Like I said, I was not prepared with that script, the new script, but I picked up the script and I prepared myself, although there was no other opportunity in that project for me. I took that redirection from that rejection and I chose to channel it into something positive. I say that to say, what are you doing when you face rejection? Are you wallowing in it? Are you allowing it to continue pushing you into the opposite direction? Or are you actually using that rejection to motivate you into being prepared for the next go? I like to believe that motivation comes in many different forms. It's not just pretty words that encourage you to be happy, creative, or positive. I think motivation comes in the form of a lot of objections, a lot of derailment, just a lot of no's. And as an actor, you should be quite familiar with the no's. We're told more no's than yes in this industry. And that's okay because if it was easy, I think anyone would do it. And if it's for anyone, it may not have been for you or me. We're spectacular individuals and we do things out of the norm. So we have to have a challenge. And I just want you to remember that the challenge is in the rejection. What are you doing when your dream role goes to someone else? What are you doing when your dream role doesn't make it past the cutting floor? What are you doing when you're told that you're not the best fit for your dream role? They see someone else as a better fit. Are you telling yourself that you're not the fit? Or are you thanking them for the feedback and redirecting your thoughts into a more positive position? I just can't see how some people allow rejection and no's to deter them from the dreams that they've had for possibly their entire lives. I'm certain you have really big dreams because I do. And if you're listening to this podcast, purpose of this podcast is to speak to people with really big dreams. And I know that big dreams come with a lot of work, a lot of determination, a lot of no's. And I like to believe that for every no that I am told, there's a bigger yes coming my way. No, I'm not a great fit for this role. Okay. Yes to the role that is coming my way that is a better fit. No, you don't look the part. Yes to the part that is splitting image of what I display in my headshot. No, you're not the commercial type. Yes to some director stepping off to the unusual choice and choosing you because you have exactly what they're looking for. Don't let a no deter you. I really worked hard at telling myself that no's are just room and no's are just a yes in delay. Like it's being delayed. Yes, it's coming. Not right now, but it's coming. Don't allow a no to deter you. But also look at these no's and these rejections as learning experiences. What is the purpose of me being redirected? What is the purpose that this is happening to me right now? What is it that I need to see that they see that I possibly may not see? Now, it doesn't mean that you have to see things the way that they see, but at least be open to what it is that they are seeing. Purpose doesn't disappear. It shouldn't. And if yours does, then this is not the industry. Or that thing that you're working so hard at right now is probably not the right fit. Because that purpose should always be there to complete the task, to complete the journey, and to do your very best despite any of the circumstances that you're given in the moment. So that's rejection. Just because the booking didn't come, it doesn't mean that it's not coming. And every no is still pushing me closer to the yes. The yes that's mine. The yes that's perfect for me and nobody else. Not sure if you're religious, but what is for me is for me. And what is for you will be for you and it will not pass you by. As long as you believe that, it will come. You are not behind. You're becoming. Think about what I just said. You are not behind. You're becoming. You're becoming all that you are dreaming and hoping to be. You're not invisible. You're not a failure. You're being redefined or refined. You are being shaped into the ideal version of what it is that you're hoping for. Remember that. We spend a lot of time in the in-between phase. And sometimes we forget that a lot of the work that happens to get us to that I have arrived phase it happens right now. It's happening right now. And the reason you don't see it is because you're not there yet. But I'm hoping that this podcast allows you to step back and take a look at things and see things from the perspective of others, which is you putting in some work. That audition that you had last month was dope. You got called. They saw your headshot. They wanted to see you on again. You got into the room. It may have been virtual, right, via an EcoCast, but you got into the room. Someone laid eyes on you. Someone discussed your talent, your resume. Someone discussed your features and thought, I want to see this person on camera and I want to see if this fits. Think of it that way. Not if you're right or wrong. Think about a fit. There are multiple different sizes to a glove. Not everyone can fit the same size. Doesn't mean that your hands are any different from anyone else's. It just means that you require a certain glove size that is specific to the width, dimensions of your hand. The perfect fit. Don't force yourself into a small when you're an extra large. You'd be uncomfortable. Your time is going to come, and when it comes, you'll then understand that the in-between phase is necessary. And I'm telling myself this, and I know this, because there had been times when I had not auditioned for weeks. Although unusual, because like I said, I usually get about 2 to 3 auditions a week. After that drought, I booked immediately. And didn't expect it because it was on a day when I was exhausted, just gotten home from work, and thought, oh my God, I have to memorize this after not receiving any auditions for the past couple weeks. But I have to deliver because I'm not turning it down. I'm not rejecting any auditions coming my way. But I'm going to show up. Showing up is what's most important in this industry. Don't feel away and then stop showing up. No. Mm-mm. At least show up. Bring what you have that day. If you feel shitty today and you receive an audition that requires you to be extremely perky and happy, go and show up shitty. Because there may be someone that is making all the same choices and then they see yours and they think, wow, I didn't expect to see this. And I'm now realizing that this is actually what we want in this character. I've seen that happen for colleagues of mine. I've had that happen to me. I mean, isn't that the purpose of acting, is bringing either yourself or your idea of what that character would be? Take a choice and just stick to it. Deliver, bring yourself. Don't stop. And just always show up. Always, always, always show up. This career is not an easy one. Not easy. And it also isn't hard because it depends on what you want out of the industry. Have you sat down and taught yourself to feel grateful for the things that you have asked for and you've gotten, and now you're obviously excelling past that and moving to the next level and to the next level? Have you sat down and taught yourself to pause and be grateful for the things that you have already achieved? The concept is a goal. The idea of acting on something that you have continuously thought about, possibly for years, is progress. It's growth. It's an achievement. It's something to be proud of because there's a lot of people that haven't even gotten to that step. Don't give up. Trust me. I believe that if we were to set clear directions, clear achievements, and we make them achievable. Don't just go and put a huge goal that is unattainable with in one go. And it possibly can be, but be realistic, be easy on yourself, because there are going to be moments when the little wins are what is going to sustain you. And I don't mean sustain you financially. I mean, those are going to be the things that are going to remind you to keep going. I like to set small goals for myself, but then after a certain amount of small goals, I like to take a look back at everything that I have done as a whole and what larger goal it feeds into. so that I can actually see the step-by-step progress that I've made. I don't ever want to continue being in the hustle mode and not taking the moment to stop, pause, and realize, oh, you just had a win last week. Oh, you just got a call back. Oh, you just got pinned. Oh, the director just called for your availability. That's a win. Call some friends on. Go have a drink. Sit and chat about the audition now that you have booked it. It's a win. I've had someone sat me down and told me, you have to make your goals more achievable. And what he meant by that was, you got to set small goals for yourself so that in the moments when you feel disparity or you feel unmotivated, you can look back and see all of the little wins that you've already accomplished. All of those things are what is going to help you keep on this journey. You just have to keep going. And these are the things that help you keep going. To the actor listening right now who feels like giving up, don't. Not today. Not on this episode. Not ever. Rest if you need to. I'm a strong believer in mental wellness. And if your body and mind is telling you that you need to take a break and revisit these approaches that you have been carrying out for the past, months and weeks. Revisit it with a fresh mind, a fresh perspective, a fresh view of things. And then tell me how you feel after. I like to give myself 24 to 72 hours to regroup my emotions if I feel a little bit heavy about not getting a certain role. And this usually happens every so often, not often, but every so often there's one role that I felt would have been perfect. But as we know, that is an uncontrollable. It's not something that we can control. So I have to control how I react to these things. And the way I react is by taking a break sometimes. Doesn't mean that you're giving up. It just means that you are adhering to your body telling you to take a break. Rest if you need to. That's okay. Cry if you have to. It's okay. Set a timer. Don't go past 5 minutes. I don't believe that you should be hooting and hollering for over 5 minutes. And the reason I say that is because that stress on your body is not healthy. But sit in it and find a healthy way to allow yourself to revisit these emotions whenever you need to. But don't stop showing up with the dream God put in your heart, because it is there for a reason. Your name is being spoken in rooms you haven't entered into as yet. I know this is a cliche and we see this on so many memes on social media, but this is true. Your name is being spoken up by someone you are unaware of, that is proud of you, that loves your work, that loves to see every time you have an update regarding your career. You're not going to hear positive feedback from everyone. You're not going to hear positive feedback from everyone. You're just not. That's not possible. And you should not be trying to seek positive validation from every single body, because this is not anyone else's dream but yours. It's how you feel about the dream. It's how you feel about your purpose in order to succeed at this dream. God put it in your heart, not theirs. And if you're not getting the opportunities that you feel that you are owed, create them. Who's to say that your project will not supersede any of the projects that you've auditioned? A lot of people like to say that the creative industry, like photography, acting, directing, is oversaturated. Honey, there's no one that thinks, breathes, walks, and believes in you like you do. I don't believe there's any such a thing as being oversaturated. Your thoughts and your gifts and your dreams are yours. There will always be an opportunity for you. There's an opportunity for everyone, as long as they have something that is different from the next. God put it in your heart. You just have to believe that you can give the world something that is uniquely yours. The dream is yours. The dream is yours, not anyone else's. It is yours. And I don't believe that it is up to a casting director or a director to fulfill your dreams, although they have a lot of say and they can possibly put you in a role like that can fulfill your dreams, but I don't believe it's up to them. I do believe that is up to God and you. So with that being said, what are the things that you were doing in the in-between that allows you to continue fulfilling your dream or your life's work, as I call it? Are you sitting and waiting for your next email? Are you sitting and waiting for a production to start shooting again? Are you sitting and waiting to be casted on a project that you've worked the last 2 seasons? Or are you sitting and creating in the in-between? This is your dream. God put it in your heart, not anyone else's. Let the people that are speaking your name up in rooms that matter meet you fulfilling your dream. Let them meet you working, whether on your own project, a smaller project, or on something that makes you a more castable character. Take dance lessons, go to CrossFit, take Taekwondo, take boxing. These are all traits that can be used in the craft. I believe that the more diverse you are, the more castable you. Because these people are looking for real life human beings that have traits that they are good at. So why not spend your time in between working on those, developing those, creating opportunities for those to be displayed even better, like social media. Be more consistent about the image and the story that you tell on social media about yourself. Because we are a visual industry and they are checking your social media, not for the views, not for the amount of followers, but to see if you are the brand before you even get to the camera. Your name is being spoken in rooms you have not even entered as yet. Do not let this in-between phase deter you or discourage you from your purpose. Keep going. You did not come this far to quit. Not here. Not ever. I'm hoping for you. Share this with someone who needs a reminder that they are still enough, even in the in-between. Even if they did not book the role, even if they did not hear back from casting.